Hello friends, this is Bhavtosh here. I hope all are doing well. Today's session is for those candidates who are looking for a job, and I'm just going through some resources to help them understanding about the data analyst or data science roles. So what are the steps they have to follow to get into any kind of data analyst roles or jobs? I'm just sharing my screen. So I hope you are able to see my screen here. And I have given there are 7 points, and these points are very important for you who are searching for job in data analyst or data science roles. The first point is, please focus on the practical aspect of doing any kind of data work. So I will give a 80 rules here. 20% of your time should goes to learn theory about Power BI, Excel, or SQL, whatever you are learning. Remaining 80%, you should do practical. You should do hands-on practice on any tools so that you increase your thinking power. For example, I am going to show you how you should learn. So normally, many people what they will do is they will just go to any site and they will find some kind of theory, and like for example how to add tables or how to create a tables, and whatever they are in the website they will just try to replicate that in SQL and they will get the result. So instead of doing that, you should try some tools like which I am showing here, sqlpractice.com. So if you click over here, view all questions, there are different type of questions available here. You can select based on your understanding. It is easy. It is also some questions medium and some questions are very hard. So if you are a new learner, go with easy basic things and try to practice. So I'm just clicked over the first one. This is for SQL practice. Here it is showing show first name, last name, and gender of patients whose gender is M. Now when the questions comes, you will always try to think, and that will give you the your thinking. It will increase your thinking power, and you will try to find the answer. How I can able to do that. Even you can check the expected output also. This is the output, and based on this output, how I am going to write the queries, because you don't know how to write queries here. They have not mentioned anything about that. Normally in other website they will mention everything how to write a code, right? So once you know the basic, try to find this type of questions and create or try to learn in this type of tools, so that you will increase your thinking power and you'll able to find the solution for any problem in future. So if you're facing any difficulty, you can see solutions you can try, but initially you should try this type of tool. So this is sqlpractice.com. Similarly, there are resource for Power BI, there are resource for Excel. Lot of resources are there, so you can find that and you can learn yourself. So that's why I'm telling here, first step, is 20% of your time should learn theory, 80% remaining is for the practical. Second point, search for data analyst role, then go for data science roles. If you are a new learner and you are finding a job in data related work, don't jump into directly to the data science role. First find a role where you can able to apply the basic tools like Excel or Power BI or SQL. So data analyst role will be the fit for you initially. Then when you get experience on one for 1 year or 2 years, then you can go for data science roles. Meanwhile, you can start learning Python, because Python is the language where data science roles require. Even there are other programming language like R is there, and other there are a lot of programming language, but uh, I would suggest initially go for any kind of data analyst role where you will be focused on these three things like Excel, Power BI, and SQL. And I will also suggest that the number 3 points, like do not confuse with so many tools are there uh, apart from Excel, Power BI, SQL. So I would recommend to learn Excel, Power BI, and SQL. These three will be enough for you to enter into data analyst role. Even you don't require Python initial stage when you are going for data analyst. But meanwhile, try to learn Python also, because anyway your focus in future should be on data science role. So better to learn Python meanwhile. Number 4 points, as I mentioned, Python can be learned later. So that you have to focus. Number 5 is try to do a project. We have a tool GitHub, Kaggle. So in this, you try to do a project, and how to get a idea to do the project. There are different resources out there. You can do a basic project, the intermediate project. So you can do basic project, intermediate project, um, advanced project. This is called Power BI project ideas. So you will get a lot of Power BI project ideas to do. In this, it will come down. In this resource, they have talked about some beginner level Power BI project basic examples like customer churn analysis, product sales data analysis, marketing campaign insight analysis. So these are basic report. Anyway, I am going to do all this project in the next videos. We'll try to learn and we'll practice this one. But as of now, you just try to see what are the types of project: basic level, intermediate level, and advanced level. And they've also talked about Power BI projects, GitHub, Twitter analysis dashboard, OTT media dashboard, and these are some examples they've given. This may not be a free resource, but at least this type of project you can also check in YouTube channels. There are a lot of YouTube videos will be available. Uh, we will do all this project one by one, from the basic level to advanced level, so that you can able to understand how to do a project. So this is about these points. So do not confuse in so many tools. Learn first Excel, Power BI, and SQL. So next point is like competitions such as Maven Analytics and Enterprise DNA. So these are some competitions where you can prove yourself that you have learned Power BI or SQL. Participate on these competitions and prove yourself that you have learned a lot of practical skills in all these tools. Number seven is the resume preparation. This is one of the important points here I would like to highlight, and I will also show you some resume and how it should be. So let me check a normal resume we get. Many people they will follow this type of resume. You can see name, address, then we have career objective, educational profile, technical skills, right? So if you are going to show this type of resume, definitely they are going any interviewer is going to reject. Means as far as my knowledge is concerned, I am going to reject this type of resume. Why? If you are searching for any analytical roles, what you are trying to achieve, or what is your objective, what is your goal? So there is no goal here for analytics, which is absent here. And you are searching for Power BI or analytics roles, but you have given the programming language as C, Java. Definitely, you are going to be anyone will reject you. So instead of programming, you should learn something, some basic about the Python the the programming language which is used for data analyst or data science roles. Those things will be should be highlight, not like Java, C, and all. Maybe they will be using in some cases, but mostly we are using Python or R programming in healthcare, especially. Individual skills, okay, this is fine. You can provide your communication skills, problem. This is fine, not a issue. Again, area of interest. Area of interest should be your related to analytics. If you are searching a role in analytics, your achievement, you have to show some achievements related to analytics, that I have participated in analytical conference, I have participated in these competitions, I have done a project. So those kind of thing you have to do, and of course the project is important, and that project should or do any kind of analytical roles. You have to do a project where your skills, which I mention here, Excel, Power BI, SQL. So within these three tools, you have to show any kind of project in your resume. Here, you have to show a project. Other things not an issue. So please focus on three things in resume. Your career objective should be highlighted properly. Second thing, your technical skills should be highlighted properly based on the analytical roles, and area of interest, and the project. This project is very important. Okay, so if you do these three things or three or four points which highlighted, then your chances of getting rejected will be less. Your chances of getting higher will be more than any other uh, the persons who have applied for the job. Okay, so this is about freshers roles. I have also seen many experienced candidates uh, resume where it is just like a essay, just describe, just describe. There is no points, specific points. which highlighted your skills on analytical roles. So for both the candidate, like experienced candidate and fresher candidate, I have this suggestion: prepare your resume properly, where your skills will be highlighted, your projects should be displayed, and finally, when your experience should be mentioned here. So let me show you one example of Power BI resume. See if you can see here. Here at the first right hand, you can see Microsoft Certified Professional. So this will give you a impression to any interviewer to look into the details of this resume. And here Power BI, sometimes you can Power BI analyst, or you can mention developer, right? So these 2 points is highlighted. It means that by seeing the resume itself, someone knows, the interview will know that this guy is experienced in Power BI and he's also Microsoft certified professional. Even if you are not Microsoft certified professional, you can show any other certification that you have done related to data analyst. You can get from the Great Learning, there is a website. From there you will get 1 day training, 2 day trainings are available. You can pass those examination and you can show at least. Here there are many information available, but you need not mention every points, but these points are very important for data analyst roles. So there are a lot of points are there. So you can take few of the points which you know, which you have practiced in your project, and you can show in the resume. If you will see the technical skills, he has mentioned about SQL Server, Enterprise Manager, TSQL, data transformation. This is all related to data analyst role. And if you also mention these technical skills, your the getting the interview call will be on the higher side. Okay, so there are a lot of project he has done. You need not mention every points, but yes, I would recommend to take few points from here, whatever you know, and based on that you can prepare your resume. So this is about the how to create a resume, and what are the things you should focus. So please remember these 7 points. Again, I am just highlighting this one. Practical, more practical, 20 by 80 principles. 20% of your time learn theory, remaining 80% do practical. Search for data analyst role rather than directly jump into data science role. Do not confuse in any or so many tools available in the market. Learn first Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Python can be learned later. Project you have to do and show in GitHub Kaggle. There are three types of project: basic, intermediate, advanced. First learn basic project and show in your resume and get into data analyst role. Meanwhile, you can learn Python and do other types of project like intermediate and advanced level project. Participate in competitions such as Maven Analytics, Enterprise DNA, and finally, prepare a resume which is highlights your skills and which also mention about the project. So that's all from my side for today's session. I hope you are able to understand what I have told, and please follow the instructions. Definitely, you will get a job. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.